Hello.
Hello, everybody.
I am here with the lovely Nicole. Oh, this way. Nicole. I'm like, I'm pointing in the wrong direction.
She's somewhere
Nicole, we'll have Margaret, but Margaret will be here in like half an hour to 45 minutes because of time zones and things being easier. But for the first bit, we have the lovely Nicole, and then we will have both the lovely Nicole and Margaret. How are you, Nicole? And what are you reading? What are you doing this morning? I know it's very early.
I'm fabulous this morning. It's Wednesday morning here, and I am reading The Orphan Sky by Ella Layer. It is supposed to be similar to The Kite Runner.
Ooh!
So, yeah, and this is for my Read Around the World challenge, which the country is Azerbaijan. So,
ooh,
yeah, the last of the A's.
Love that. Love that. Yes, for everyone who doesn't know, Nicole is in Australia. So it's Wednesday morning. So it's not Tuesday night sprints with friends for Nicole. It's Wednesday morning sprints with friends. Yeah. You are in the future?
Yes, I am. And I can tell you the day is lovely.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely. I will be reading Book Lovers tonight by Emily Henry.
Ooh.
I've just started. I'm only 35 pages in, so it's very early days.
Yeah.
So I really have no thoughts at this point because at 35 pages, I'm just finding out who people are.
Yeah. That's it.
I know no thing.
I just recently read one of hers, which was You and
You mean other people?
No, on vacation.
Oh, yeah, People We Meet on Vacation.
No.
Yeah, it's the same book, but you have a different title.
Oh, well, there you go. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That was the first time I've ever read her, and I actually really enjoyed it. I burned through the book pretty quickly. I was supposed to read Book Lovers, but I didn't have that on audio, and I had a really hectic week last week, so I switched them out because it was actually a bingo prompt for me and to read a new female author to you. So, yeah, I thought, I've got 3 of her on my shelf. I should read her.
Well, I'm glad you liked it because I have to read it as well. I think this week I'm planning on reading it because it works out for the Title Chain project because I needed a book that started with people.
Yep.
And there was very few books that started with people. And I asked in the comments, and that was the only one recommended. It was like universally like read People We Meet on Vacation, which then got me to the word vacation.
Have you found a book yet?
I have.
Oh,
I have. Vacation to Hell is a short story collection by Libba Bray. And I was like, ooh, I like Libba Bray. Okay, that'll work.
That will work.
That will work. So I was like, uh-oh. I was like, vacation's going to be a challenge, I think. But we got there.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. At least you got one. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I was happy. I've got this one's figured out where we end, which I'm not going to give that away. Okay. I'm going to need some help in the comments of that video. What to read next.
And when's it due to go up?
Oh, I don't know. I'm waiting for the last book to arrive. I had to order the last book.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I ordered it yesterday. So it depends on when that comes in. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't order it through Amazon. I ordered it through the bookstore.
Yeah.
So it might take a few more days than like if I had done Amazon, but it was cheaper from the bookstore. And also I prefer to order from the bookstore. So
same. I have a list of books, and my daughter and I hop when we go shopping together because she's in Brisbane, which is 3 hours away from me. And but sometimes I can't find them, and then I've got no other choice but to go from Amazon. I'd much rather not. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. I always check Amazon because sometimes it'll be on for a good deal and then I will succumb because it's on sale, or Kindles, or it's on KU. I'm always checking to see if it's on KU.
Yeah,
because I pay for that. I might as well use it.
Yeah, that's my May challenge. Actually, I'm doing. Last year, I read my entire list from that I had put onto my reserve. So the books that I borrowed from KU. So I'm doing it again this May as well. So 20 books I'll be reading. So
that's exciting.
I know. I found some really good books. Really good books, actually.
That's exciting. Let's say hi to everybody really quick. Hello, Amanda. How are you? going to be updating Cawpile and getting some video editing done this evening. Ooh, I can't wait to watch the video you're editing. Hi, Alicia and Tina and Taylor. And my comments jumped. Hold on a second. Lexi, reading the third Finley book. I approve of this message. I love Finley in all Finley's forms. Came in yesterday from Livy. Hello, Storm Reads. Storm Reads, I don't think I know your real name. If you don't want to share it, that's totally fine. But if you want me to call you something other than Storm Reads, please let me know.
Hey, Stormy.
What Lies in the Woods. Ooh, Alicia, I'm going to be really interested to see what you think about this because there's two camps with this book. It is highly, highly, highly influenced by a true crime case, which it's not stated that it is, but there's no way it's not because it's exactly the same, which I won't say what the true crime case is because I think it's not that well known. But I knew what it was. So I knew the entire plot of this book from page 17. So I was bored. But most people gave it 5 stars. And the people who seemed to know the true crime case gave it 3 stars. And the people who seemed to not gave it 5 stars because it was like, ooh, what's going on? So I'm not going to say what that true crime case was because obviously that would spoil the book. So I'm interested to see what you think. And if you know what case it was and if it ruins it for you. If not. From what I can see, anyone who doesn't know the case gave it 5 stars because it's like excellent. And the writing's really good. But I knew what was going to happen, like from very early, like the prologue.
That's a bit of a bummer.
And for a thriller, when you know what's going to happen from the prologue, it really loses its...
Just put the book down.
Not really thrilling anymore. Well, I kept waiting. I'd be like, oh, clearly it's influenced, but they're going to change the outcome to make it like me shocked. Not really. I mean, a little bit was changed, but not enough to like really change it. Taylor reading The Family Game tonight. Kids had McDonald's for dinner, and now I'm down to read. Nice. Reading Takana and Hana, Volume 1 by Yuki Shiwazu. Hopefully I said that right. And want to start a cozy that I can listen to on audiobook while I make dinner. Love that. Hi, Sarah.
Sarah.
Hi, ML. How are you? Just got home from work. I did start in Nightfall of Vampire YA. Love that. But I suspect it'll take me a long time given that it's now at the end of the semester. Crazy times. That makes sense. Listening to Thin Ice by Paige Shelton. Reading Timid by Dabney Perry. I would love to help you pick. I'm sure so will Nicole. We love picking books for other people. It's actually so fun to pick books for other people. Hello, Alan. How are you? Hi, Neva. Oh, that's so funny. You guys are back to back. I was just about to be like, how's life with Rainy? Neva is visiting Rainy, and the next person in the comments is Rainy. Rainy, how is life with Neva? For you both. My besties are together, and I'm not there, and it's very sad. And there's a new baby in the mix. Like,
I know. How exciting. Congratulations, Rainy.
It's very exciting. I'm like, I want the baby cuddles. Neva's getting all the baby cuddles. I'm living virtually through Neva. That's just what's happening. Reading Daisy Hates. 200 pages into War and Peace. That is a chunky one. That's chunky. But I love reading classics. I don't read enough of them. I need to read more classics.
Yeah, I've just started Anna Karenina this month.
Also chunky.
Very chunky, yes. And I've also got Count of Monte Cristo on the go and Pickwick Papers.
Also chunky. Not Pickwick Papers, but Count of Monte Cristo is very, 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 very chunky. Yeah. Good. We are good, I believe. Are you good, Nicole?
Yeah, I'm fabulous. For a Wednesday morning, fabulous.
There you go. Editing May's TBR and my weekly vlog. My TBR went up today. I filmed it early. I was like, I don't have a Tuesday video. TBR time. It works. It's 5 days. It's fine. Peaches Scream by Anna Gerard. The main character is the main character of the B&B in Georgia. Okay, I love that title. Okay, here's another one. Booked for Trouble by Eva Gates. The main character works at a library in a lighthouse. Okay, so far this is the one that I would pick because I love books about books. When Grits Hit the Fan by Maddie Day. The main character owns a country store in Indiana. Is that the only? Is there more? Hold on. Okay, those are the three options. So we've got Peaches and Scream, Booked for Trouble, or When Grits Hit the Fan. I personally would vote Booked for Trouble. What about you, Nicole?
Yeah. I'd probably go with Book for Trouble. If not, I just read a book from, it's not really a cozy mystery, but they're murder mysteries, and it's an Australian author, Kerry Greenwood, and she does the Miss Fisher murder mysteries, and there's about 22 books in the series. So, yeah.
That's the thing with cozies. They go on forever.
They do. They do.
They go on forever. It's Stormy. Perfect. I'll be able to remember that for next time. Thank you for letting me know. Nervous now. If you don't know the case, I think you'll love it because that seems to be what is the. And the writing was good. It's just that I knew what was going to happen, so it wasn't as exciting. Reading Daisy Hates. We've done 0 readings since I got here. I suspect that would be the case. Like I see anytime I see booktubers get together, I'm like, there's no way you read. Like you're too busy talking. We would just be talking the whole time. Haven't read anything really. I love that you guys are both commenting the same comments back to me. Like, fantastic. No videos yet, but with baby is taking over my life. That's fair. I mean, baby is not even a week old.
Yeah.
So
that's expected.
That makes perfect sense.
That's it. We
have another vote for Booked for Trouble. Adored Anna Karenina, different type of novel for sure. For sure.
Yeah. The copy I've got, I'm actually, what I do with my classics, I listen and read along with them.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that I'm listening to on Audible, the woman that's reading it is a beautiful narrator. Like she's really easy to listen to. But the book that I have, they've edited it. So it's slightly, the words are slightly different. Mm-hmm. And so I'm actually getting the two perspectives. So from a modern take and then also one that was published, I think about 20 years ago. Maybe 15 years ago. And so the wording is different in it. So it's really good. And the footnotes are also at the bottom. I don't have to flick to the back, which is better.
I love when the footnotes are at the bottom. It's so much better than when they're at the back.
The cloth bounds, they're all at the back. So you're constantly flipping if it's something you don't know. I've just taken to saying it into Google to get what it is.
That makes sense. Yeah. Absolutely. Amanda will be watching my TBR in bed. Thank you for watching. And yes, that makes sense because what time is it for you, Amanda? It's 11 p.m. So yes, that makes sense that you are in bed. Booked for Trouble. I love that series. Okay, so we've all convinced Tina to read Booked for Trouble. We've reached the end of the comments. Are we ready to start our first sprint?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let me pull up the kitty cat. For anyone who is new to the kitty cat timer, it does meow when we reach the end of the timer. So please do not be alarmed if you do not have a cat and all of a sudden someone is meowing in your house. It's just me. It's just us over here at the sprint. You have not let in a stray cat. Read Anna Karenina the same way, Audible in the Penguin Classic Edition. Yeah. I think I like to immersion read classics. I find it helps me take it in better.
And to also understand the language, because it is a different, like it's an entirely different dialogue.
Totally different.
And that's the only way I read my classics. I just find I'm more immersed in the story. I get the meaning of the structure of the sentences and all that sort of stuff a lot easier. And that way I enjoy the story a little bit more too, because I'm not concentrating on what I'm reading. Like, if that makes any sense at all.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Hello, Jean. How are you? Finishing off a work course. Then I'll be reading Zodiac Academy 5 at 57%. Read 7% over the last 24 hours. Amazing. I feel like I've been on this whole journey with Jean reading Zodiac Academy. I remember when you were reading the first book. Like I have been through this and I love the ride of watching you fall in love with this series. But let me start the cat and let's go. Hello.
Hello.
We have a Margaret.
Hello, I have joined.
How are you?
I'm trying to figure out whether these shoes have an acceptable amount of glitter on them.
Fair.
I was reading this and it mentioned glitter Converse, and I was like, oh, that's right. I need to get my flats for when I go see Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm gonna keep a pair of flats with me, even though I'm wearing heels for most of it.
And what is the book you're reading? You held it up, but I didn't quite catch what it was.
Tis the Cruel Prince.
Oh, yes. I love that cover.
Thank you. It's the they have white underneath the black cover.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all of them in the black and all of them in the white.
Fair.
So I'm going through, and this one needed to be annotated, so we're annotating it for this reread.
Nice. That's fun.
So yes, it is.
Nicole, how did the sprint go for you?
Yeah, good. I started filming the reading vlog for this, and I got to page 22. So, yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Went down a bit of a rabbit hole to learn about the Maiden Tower in Azerbaijan.
Well, there you go. I ended up doing 30 pages of Book Lovers, and I made coffee.
Nice.
Caffeine was necessary.
Caffeine is always necessary.
Caffeine. This is the time of night where I sat down to do sprints, and as soon as you sit down, your body goes, "Oh, you're tired," and I'm like, "Oh, no."
No, I'm not.
I can't be tired. I'm live on the internet, so I need caffeine. Thank you. We had some people join us during that sprint. Hello, Nina. How are you? And Lula, how are you? What are you reading? Both of you, let us know. Neva read 3% during that sprint. Neva, what are you reading? Oh, Daisy Hates. I was like, Neva, what are you reading? But right, you're reading Daisy Hates. I knew this. I knew things. Nina made it to 31%. Nina, what are you reading? Let me know.
Nice.
Completed my Caw pile finally. 2 months worth I was behind. Oh, that's an undertaking, Amanda. That's an undertaking. I don't do Caw pile because I just know I would not keep up with it. I know myself better than this.
I have feelings about Caw pile, but they will make people mad, so I won't.
That's fair. That's fair. I have Allie's, which is like a little bit like Caw pile, but a little bit different. And I bought that one thinking I would keep up with it. No.
I don't even keep up with Goodreads right now, so
that's all I can commit to is a star rating. That's all I can commit to.
I have a Bookly, and the only reason I keep up with that is because I literally use it to time me reading. Oh, speaking of reading, I also am reading The Justice of Kings. I've got like 5 minutes left, but I couldn't.
Oh, you're so close to finishing.
I'm on page like 394, and it has 413 pages.
So close.
I couldn't stay up any later last night.
That's fair. That happens. I find like unless I'm really like addicted by a book, I can put it down at any point and be like, I'm just gonna go to bed and I'll get back. I'd have to be like next level interested to forgo sleep.
That's how I was with Talia Hibbert's first 2 books.
That's fair.
So, like Chloe Brown and Chloe and Danny. Mm-hmm. I was like, if anyone wants to know why I'm dead at work today, it is Talia Hibbert's fault.
That's
Both
fair.
times. Tweeted at her.
I approve of that message. I actually haven't read the Brown Sisters yet. I've read other Talia Hibberts. I need to read the Brown Sisters. I have them. I must read them.
I haven't read them.
Got to 51% in Finley. Yay. I love Finley. Started making dinner and took a shower. Read 10% of Booked for Trouble and started making dinner. It's fine. It's not bad. It's just middle of the road for me right now, but I'm only 74 pages in. So like it's still early days and it is my first Emily Henry. It's very much leaning into, and I understand that that's the point of the book because it's like a book about books, but it's really leaning into like, we're following every book trope that ever can happen in a romance book. And I just feel like it's just a bit heavy handed. But we'll see. It is my first Emily Henry. But I have to read 2 of them this week. So,
Oh,
yeah, I'm reading this one for a video, and then I'm reading People We Meet on Vacation for my title chain video. So, because I needed a book that started with people, and that was really the only one that I could. that was the option. So, that's where we are. So I have to read both of them this week.
that's so funny.
I have higher hopes for People We Meet on Vacation because I think in general that's more well liked.
I think Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation are the ones that tend to be like the best received. A lot of like what's the word? Oh my god, I've lost the word. A lot of people didn't really like book lovers as much.
I can also see like because I've heard so many people go, it's not a romance, it's not a romance. I can see what they mean. It's not.
Yeah, I understand that to some extent.
Yeah, I can see what they mean. It's definitely like a contemporary fiction with a romance in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which is fine. That's not a problem. Finished my course and passed. Yay!
Hey.
Exciting. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Got to page 23. There's one thing that is kind of reminding me of, but there's no way they would do the exact same. Well, I thought that as well, Alicia. And I wonder if I would.
Which book is this?
This is What Lies in the Woods.
Never heard of it.
It's a thriller that came out last year? The end of last year, beginning of this year. And at page 17, I knew the entire plot because it leans very heavily into a true crime case, but does not say that. No, the author has never stated it does, but there's no way because it's the exact, there's no way.
Interesting.
But I feel like everyone who gave it 5 stars had never heard of the true crime case.
Did you
So
know?
it was like exciting.
I just found something out. Google looks up whether or not, I shouldn't flash you guys that, then you'll know where I live. Google will look up libraries near you that will like lend you audiobooks and ebooks.
Really?
I just looked this up, but and it's got Get the Book, which is Audible, Kindle, all of that, and then Borrow, and it's got 2 of my local libraries. One of them is, well, actually, no. One of them is the library 1 county over, which I wouldn't be able to do. But
That's cool. I need to try that with Google.
yeah,
Okay.
I just go and look it up on Libby and Hoopla. So.
True. Alicia, message me what you think it is. I won't confirm or deny, but I'd like to know if you figured out what I figured out at about the exact same point that you're at in the book. So
I'm actually curious now to go and get the book and read it. And see
so many people gave it 5 stars. I just couldn't because I was bored the whole time because I knew what was going to happen. And in a thriller, if you know what's going to happen from page 17, it's the slow goings. Yeah. But the writing style was really good. So I would read from the author again. It was just that I knew the true crime case, so it wasn't that exciting.
Who is the author?
Good question.
I don't think that's been mentioned. So
hold on. That's a really good question. I cannot think of it. One sec. I'll look it up. I didn't read it that long ago. This year, maybe? Late last year? I don't know.
Is it Kate Alice Marshall?
That sounds correct. Yeah. Is it a black and red cover?
I'm just bringing it up now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
You have reminded me that I want to get one of the sweaters from Brianna's bookshop
Whoa! Yes, I'm repping Brianna's shop tonight. If anyone would like to check out merch for Positive Books, it's very comfortable. It's Bonfire merch. I love Bonfire merch because it's so comfortable.
Yeah. Let's
I definitely spent too much money in Bree's shop, but
Most of them don't apply to me, but I do want the Death Before bookmarks as a hoodie.
yeah.
I just can't decide, do I go with the purple one or do I go with the gray one? Which one looks better?
Ooh, I'd probably go purple.
Yeah, that's what I want to go. Brianna added a purple option just for me because I was like, oh, I love this sweatshirt. She's like, does that have that one doesn't, hold on, let me add a purple option. And I was like, I might like gray better.
I probably would go purple. Yeah, I definitely decked myself out in smut merch, and I'm not mad about it.
I really want to get I like books, my dog, and like 3 people, but I don't have my dog.
That's why I didn't get that one. I don't have a dog, so I was like, that doesn't really fit my aesthetic. But the it's probably smut. I got that one, and then this one, book spicy, coffee icy.
Apparently, past Margaret did decide on the purple one because it's in my cart.
I love that. I love that. Read 22 pages of War and Peace, just over 200 pages in. Amazing. Hi, Kiana. How are you? Got to 38% now that my supper is done and ate. Going to read The Discovery of Witches.
I still haven't picked that up, Stormy. I must pick that up before the end of the month.
Discovery of Witches was a trip.
I haven't read it. I own it. It's over there somewhere. Someday.
It got
I've already read it, but it was ages ago, so I want to reread it.
I've heard mixed things.
Yeah.
But like I'm always open to try something myself, you know?
It gets a little eugenicsy according to people who have read it. But the first book I didn't really see anything. I saw the what could end up being that, but like I didn't really.
It's not really in the first book that much.
Yeah. So, but it was it's gonna arrive when I'm in Philly. It's fine. I have a bad track record with sweaters and airplanes. So.
Yeah, feel free to add me if you're not, Jean. Just send me a request. That's where I I do keep up to date on my Goodreads. Listening to Finley number 3. I approve of this message. I love all the Finley. Once you get into War and Peace, it's great. Very good. Really didn't like People We Meet on Vacation. Okay. Oh no. We'll see. I you never know. This is like this has become my week to author taste test, Emily Henry, apparently.
I remember that.
No fun.
I remember that.
Didn't read. Baby girl's really struggling feeding still, and our feedings take an hour. Hoping it fixes too. Sending you all the love, Rainy, because new baby is hard. It's hard, but I know you'll get into a routine soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Google knows all. Google, the overlord that is Google, knows all things.
Yeah.
Yes, message me. Yes, Kate Alice Marshall. The Libby app. I would die without my Libby app, frankly.
I love Libby. I actually no. I'm gonna stick with my gut. I still like Overdrive better, but we don't
have that here, which is sad.
Yeah, I like the user interface for Overdrive a bit better than I liked Libby, but it's not as cute.
Mm-hmm.
So,
although Libby has a new player, my player just updated on Libby.
Oh, nice.
And it looks different now, which is fine. But then I have to adjust now to the new look.
Yeah, it's less glitchy than it was when I first started. At the first, it still has issues. If you pause it for more than 2 minutes,
yeah,
you have to go into the app to start playing again. And I'm just like, Overdrive just played.
Yeah.
So I will forever be bitter about that.
Hi, Alan. Thank you for hopping on to the sprints. Have a good evening. Love Discovery Witches. This is my 4th reread. Me too. So sad Overdrive is no more.
Yeah, no, I'm mad about you had a perfectly functional app. Why didn't you just update the look of that one? Please explain this to me.
Yeah. I just wish that all the listening apps would get the same features.
But that would require some places, everybody else, to have access to Amazon's proprietary information.
Yeah, but even Amazon, I wish Amazon had some features that like Scribd and Libby have. Like you
Yeah.
can't find the percentage on Audible, and I'm like, how can I not know my percentage in my book? I pay the most to have you, and you can't tell me the basic information.
That is so funny.
I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Amazon. I don't understand. And I would like Libby to change its listening speed, like the amount of time in my book, according to my listening speed.
Yeah. What do you listen at?
Usually 1.8.
You can get that. I've gotten that on Libby.
Well, I can change it, but it doesn't change how long
It
is
doesn't
left
change
in
the
the book.
time.
Oh,
It doesn't change the time. It still says, oh, the book's 12 hours long or whatever. And I'm like, I would like it to adjust down for me. Thanks.
I could have sworn they do that now, but I could be wrong. I've mostly been listening to Audible right now.
If yours does, I'm going to need to like delete mine and re-download it to see if that will give it to me because I want that.
No, it doesn't. I think it just gives you percentage.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't figured that out yet, but who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Are we ready to go into another sprint though?
Sure.
Let me pull up the kitty cat.
Oh, good. This will give me time to go for a walk.
Okay, let's go. Hello.
Hello.
How did it go?
I finished
Cool.
Justice of Kings.
You finished? Yay. What'd you give it?
I don't know. This is one that like I don't know how I feel about it, and how I feel about it is going to be heavily influenced by like how the series ends. But it was really well written, really good.
Okay.
So probably like a 4 star is what I'm going to give it, or a 3 star, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Are any of the other books out yet?
The second book is.
The second book is.
And then the third book has a title and I think a release date.
Nice.
So
Nice. Is it a trilogy or do you know?
I have no idea. I just picked it up. Like people kept praising it. I was like, this is a sign. This is a sign. I think I need to read this book. So I got it from my library. Actually, no, I got it from the library for, I don't remember what reasons, but it ended up fitting in a Aurelian prompt because I needed something with a wolf on it.
Perfect.
The only book in my entire house with a wolf on it.
I mean, I think I would struggle to find a book with a wolf on it too, to be honest.
Like, I went through every single one of my unread books. And I'm like, I have a lot of dragons,
Yeah.
a lot of ravens,
Yeah.
no wolves.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a book with a wolf on it. And nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah.
I only had one in my collection as well. It had
What was it?
tiny little wolf off in the distance.
Oh,
But it had wolf in the title, so
oh, yeah.
it was
Could do that. Could do that.
Yeah. Not even in the title. Not even like, because it could have been a word, title, author's name, or a picture, or like an animal on the cover.
Yeah.
None of them. So, anyways.
How did the spring go for you, Nicole?
I just had to do a little bit of Facebook group work. One of my moderators is down sick with a heart condition, so I had to go and do some of that. I read a chapter and yeah,
Nice.
tidied up a bit.
I got 34 more pages. So I've passed the 100-page mark now, which is...
Is it getting good?
There's nothing wrong with it.
That says a lot.
If that... There's nothing wrong with it.
What are we talking about again?
Book lovers.
Oh, yes, book lovers.
There's nothing wrong with this book.
Oh my god.
There's nothing really great about it either. Like it's fine.
It's the run of the mill.
Yep. At this point, at this point, 100 pages in, I would think that if I've got a pretty good feel for how the book's gonna go, but
if it was gonna go, it would have gone good. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm certainly not like DNFing it or anything. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I actually find that's like the hardest books to critique when there's like nothing really good and also nothing really wrong. Like I'm just like, it's fine.
It's a book.
It's a
It has
book.
a cover.
Yeah. I mean, I read it.
That's what 3
nothing
stars
else to say.
exists for.
That's what it is. It's like the epitome of a 3-star book, you know, like
Three
a
star-
just little.
3-star exists for everything between like it was good, but I wouldn't reread it again.
Yeah.
To I don't have anything bad to. There's nothing wrong with it, but it wasn't my thing.
Exactly. That's where I'm sitting right now. It's just like, this is fine. There's nothing bad about it. Like, there's nothing that I'd be like, oh, that's problematic, or, oh, I don't particularly like this.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing that I'm like, oh, I love this about this book. So, yeah. We had a Meredith join. Hi, Meredith. Hope work is going well. ML missed the chatty bit last time. Hopefully you are back for the chatty bit this time. Amanda had to go to bed, which makes sense because it's after midnight. So that makes
ordered dinner.
Ooh, what'd you get?
I'm getting Chipotle
Ooh.
because that's one of the ones that's close enough that if they deliver it, the food is still hot.
Nice.
And
Nice.
the delivery fee isn't ridiculous. So.
I wish we had a Chipotle. I would sell my right arm to get a Chipotle. This is the thing. Eastern Canada gets no things. We get no chains. We just got a Popeyes like at the end of last year. And and to the point that everyone was so excited that like there was a lineup around the place, down the street. It blocked the highway for weeks.
Oh my God.
I was like, you can tell we don't get nice things.
We don't get much here either.
We're like
in
running out of
Roy.
gas. They were like, oh, they'd have to close early because they'd run out of chicken. I was like, you can tell we are not used to nice things here in
That's
Eastern
so
Canada.
funny.
Because we're like, we have a Popeyes. I waited till
Oh yeah, and they'd have to like if they didn't like it's not just like because a lot of the time like when I worked at Chick-fil-A, we ran out of chicken all the time.
yeah.
We just saw more. But if they're having that kind of business, they would have to like just call it because then otherwise you're gonna run out before your next truck comes.
Right.
So yeah, that is hilarious.
It was like so silly. I was like, I'm gonna wait till the hype dies down a tad bit.
I wonder
before
how
I
long
vote.
it took them to adjust their ordering for that amount of business. Because like that's a gamble.
Yeah, I think it took them a couple weeks because at one point then they just changed their operating hours
Yeah.
to be smaller because they were like, we don't have enough staff to handle this amount of people.
There's a amount of people.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. I was like, you think maybe it's a sign we could have more than one Popeyes in the city?
Yeah.
Like maybe open another?
People don't understand that those chicken sandwiches don't come out of thin air. Like they actually have to be brought to the store, thawed, cooked, all of that stuff.
Yep.
People used to get mad at us for like running out of chicken. And I'd be like, my dude, we can fit only so much in one fryer. You can fit 24 fillets if you're doing a sandwich. And I'm assuming that Popeyes is going to be similar.
Yep.
And we're selling through way more than that. So yes, if somebody comes in and I've got several back-to-back orders of people getting like 4, 5, 6 sandwiches, we're going to run out of chicken. You're going to have to wait, but it's going to be fresh.
Exactly.
Like you can only cook so much food.
I don't have that problem. We have nothing like that here except McDonald's and Hungry Jack's, Red Rooster. And I live 3 hours from the nearest city, so
yeah.
Nina read another chapter.
Nice.
No reading. Ari called. How's Ari doing with you being away? How's that going? Switched. Alicia has decided to switch books after our private conversation. I was like, are you sure you want me to answer that question? When she was like, is it this case? And I was like, do you want me to answer? And we decided that yes. So now reading the London Seance Society, which I really want to read. So let me know how that goes.
Nice.
Got to page 38. Made it to 394 of 579 of the Discovery of Witches.
Eventually, I will get that vlog edited and put on my channel. Because I have.
Oh, did you read it for a vlog?
I did. I read it for one of the vlogs. I've started doing vlogs where like I'll pick 3 things on my physical TBR that all have something in common, and so I did blue books.
Okay.
And a lot of it is me going, okay, so this stuff is blah blah blah, blah interesting, and then me going, I'm too ace for this conversation right now.
I love it.
I forget how awkward paranormal romances can be around sex and stuff, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
where's Talia Hibbert?
Yeah.
But it is really well done. Like the chemistry between the two main characters is really, really well written, in my opinion.
You're making me want to pick this up. It's sitting right over there. I can see it. I can literally see it from this sitting position. Didn't read, watch YouTube, finishing up dinner and crocheting my brother a mat. Nice. Didn't know how to describe what it is he's going to put it on his nightstand or dresser.
Yeah, a mat, a doily or something like that.
Yeah. It's
Although
almost
doilies
done.
are like fine, lacy type things. So. Nice.
Got to 62% in Finley, ate dinner, packed lunch for tomorrow, and did the dishes. That was a productive sprint.
Was.
Listened to about 45 minminutes of Nightfall while I showered. For Brittany's like, it's fine. Which is, when I say it's fine, it means I'm not liking it. When Neva says it's fine, she's going to give it 5 stars. No, it's true. It's so true. It's so true. She'll be like, it's fine. And I'm like, oh no. And she's like, 5 stars. And I'm like, oh, your definition of fine and my definition of fine are very different.
That reminds me of the time that like one of my at my last job, one of my old coworkers, probably about 10, 20 years older than I am. He's like, how's your day going? And I'm like, it's all right. And when I say it's all right, it's like nothing bad's happened. I'm doing okay. And he's like, oh, just all right. Are you okay? I'm like, what?
It all just depends on your definition, right?
I was just like, oh, your definition of all right is very different from my definition of all right, because my definition of all right is like, yeah, nothing. I'm like, I'm doing okay. So
I love it. Is that a code word for it's slow? No, it's not really slow. There's a lot happening. I just don't really care about what's happening. I'm in Nova Scotia, Canada, which is as far east as you can get without leaving the continent. There's an island further that is still part of Canada, but it's not attached. So I'm still attached, but I'm like coastal. So like very close to the ocean.
I really forget that there is stuff easter than Florida.
Yes, I'm further east than Florida, which is why if you notice, sometimes I'll say the wrong time because I transition everything into Eastern time because no one knows what Atlantic time is.
I did not know that Atlantic time existed until we started talking. Like,
no one knows this is a thing. And the one time I was on Sprints once and someone was like, why is it that it's Pacific on one end, but the farthest on the other end is Eastern? And I was like, that's not true. The farthest on the other end is Atlantic.
I wonder how much of that has to do with so much of like our media and stuff being based in the United States, and like the furthest east we have is Eastern.
Yeah. So no one knows Atlantic because there's only 3 provinces in Canada and that's all that's in it. That's like, the only, nobody cares.
Maine gets out there. Maine is almost out there with whatever, with Newfoundland, almost. It's close.
Yeah. Newfoundland has its own time zone. It's not in Atlantic. It's got a 30 minutes ahead of me. Yeah.
Time zone.
Gotta love a 30-minute time zone.
Just to make things difficult.
Just to make it real difficult.
Yeah.
So right now it's 9:15 p.m. in Newfoundland and it's 8:45 here.
Oh my God. I'm sitting here looking at y'all's provinces, and you did a marginally better job in some places of getting like shaping your provinces, but what's going on with Ontario?
Oh, they're a mess, eh?
Like, who decided that was a shape that needed to be shaped?
No. Once you get past Ontario, we really just went linear. Like, we just went. They're just stripes after that. But this side is an odd situation.
Like, I'm sitting here, I'm assuming that there is some sort of, like, natural barrier that's got to be deciding some of these borders here.
There's mountains, and lakes. The Great Lakes are all there.
Yeah. Like, okay, that makes sense because there's a river there that's going through Ottawa. So
there's all the not all, most of the Great Lakes are in Ontario, and there's quite a few mountains.
Nice.
Mr. Reading Maneuver is more strict and doesn't let her get away with as many things. She's like, when is mom coming home?
Oh my God. Brianna.
Just got done with my work conference for the day. I'm exhausted. Oh no. It's the inflection in my
I've heard Neva say it's fine and been like,
fine.
How does that get to 5? That doesn't translate to 5 stars. And but yes, I have seen some of the conversations where you talk about it, and it's like, yeah, you actually like this book.
Yeah. Kelsey really makes fun of me before it. Kelsey will be like, do you like the book? Like, you need to you can't tell sometimes. You have to pay attention to how I talk about it and the things I'm saying about it. Yeah. You just have to really pay attention. Listen, fine is what we say when we don't really know what else to say.
Yes, but this is in the context of saying something is fine, Brianna, and then giving it 5 stars.
Yeah. No. It's 8:48, so I'm 1 hour later than Eastern time for anyone in the United States. Even our TV isn't told, like Canadian TV is not told in like where I live. Everything's in Eastern time, and we just have to make the change for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's really silly. I feel like fine is a 3. That's how I would agree. That's how I say fine.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it too.
Yeah. Kelsey is rude with you.
Good for Mr. Reading with Neva.
Yeah.
I agree with him there.
My sister in South America, and her time difference with me is the same as yours, 4 hours. Yeah, I did know that's actually true. I do know that there is some South American countries that fall into the same time zone, but I think it's still technically like a different time zone. Like it's named something different.
I mean, they are kind of to the east of us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like east and down. Like a man called Uwe was fine, broke me in the best way, 5 stars. I love that.
It was fine, broke me in the best way.
5 stars. And this is I've heard you describe this. This is why I love you.
Look, I know exactly how it broke you too. So
I feel like I'm hearing it in your voice. You're like, it was fine. It broke me in the best way, 5 stars. Like I just know how you would say it. And I'm like, yes, I know. Yeah, I caught on that you meant, but Kelsey sometimes is too. We love her. Kelsey's like, do you like this book?
Oh my God. No, I mean, I don't how anyone would read. I mean, I guess there are people that would read A Man Called Ove and not give it 5 stars, but like that's one of the books that has almost made me cry, and there aren't many of those.
That book, I've now seen the movie twice, and I cried both times in the movie, and I knew what was going to happen. All the times I watched the movie, and I still cried.
I haven't read it, so.
Oh, I wasn't. It wasn't. Just be prepared.
It's one of those things that like you read it and you think it's going, like there's so much sadness in so much of the book, but there's also like undercurrent of hope that Fredrik Backman is able to keep in there really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. It made my brother cry.
Fredrik Backman is one of those writers that has a tendency to make me cry. So I just now go in prepared for that to happen.
I'm not sure I want to read it now. I don't like to ugly cry when I read my books.
Honestly, though, the worst.
Be the happiest ugly cry of your life.
The worst ugly cry was the finale to Beartown, though. Like that book, I've never cried so hard. I've never cried as hard as I cried that book. The last good thing I had an audiobook, because I don't think I could have read it. Like I was crying so hard that to see words through the page would have been impossible. Like I was like, I'm not okay. It was bad.
I mean, are any of us okay?
Yes, true. Support your use of the word fine.
Because I mean, fine can also mean very attractive.
That's true.
But it's said with a certain inflection when you mean very attractive. That's like over in the UK, fit. Fit means you're hot, apparently. So
yes, it does.
I would agree with this that I liked A Man Called Uwe better than the first Beartown. But I like The Winners. The Winners is my favorite Fredrik Backman book.
Because there's
but you have to get through. What?
Is there 3 in the there's a trilogy of this, isn't there? Yeah.
There's 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I 5-starred Beartown and I 5-starred The Winners, but the middle book is really just a middle book. Like it's to get you to, you need that book for the 3rd book to happen, but it's really just a bridge between the 2 books.
Yeah. I call those books, it suffers from middle book syndrome.
Yeah,
Like,
it really does. It's a necessary book if you want to read, like when you read the 3rd, you understand why the 2nd book has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2nd book in and of itself is not as good as the others. But anyway, are we ready to sprint? I think this is going to be the last one though, because by the time we get done this, it'll be like 10 o'clock here.
Okay.
So let me pull up the
The
stuff.
banner.
Yeah, the banner, all the things, the things we have to hit. Okay, let's go. Hello. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I don't even know why that is an option on StreamYard. Like that's
No.
that is not what I meant to click.
That was very, very close.
Such you can see every pore. I mean, it's just unnecessary.
Mm-mm.
Not necessary. I don't know why it's an option. How'd it go?
I read 18 pages.
Nice.
So
I read 22 pages and it's just starting to get into the story now. So, yeah, we're in 1979, communist Azerbaijan. And, yeah, she's a pianist. And, yeah, and she's 15 in the story at the moment. So, yeah, a lot of little bits and pieces throughout it, like little historical facts and all that sort of stuff about the Communist Party. So it's an interesting read so far.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I got another 34 pages read.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I put a dent in tonight.
That's good.
So, that's good.
And still fun.
Yeah, it's. I don't think that I'm not expecting my opinion to change. Really, I feel like at 148 pages, I've got a good enough idea that this is just fine, which is okay. Like not every book is going to be 5 stars. It's fine.
Well, hopefully the next one will be good for you. I had a fun time reading it, so.
Yes, I think I have higher hopes for that one just because I think it's more universally liked.
Mm.
But I think I'm going to put a book in between, just to
Cleanse the palate.
just to give myself a minute. What that book will be, I do not know, but I will figure that out and do something in between. Nina did another chapter and had a snack. Lovely. Took notes for class on Thursday, only halfway through the chapter. Oh, still.
Ew.
You got this, though. You can do it. Glenda got to 20 pages in The World as We Knew It. Dispatches from a Changing Climate, edited by Amy Brady and Taji Isin? Maybe? My best guess.
Taja? Isin?
Could be. Could be.
Yeah.
I want to say it's Ison only because we have a case manager that has
Oh, it could be. Could be.
and that's how she pronounces hers.
Could be. That actually makes sense. You're probably right. But that is the end of sprints for tonight. If you are not subscribed to either of these lovely people, they are in the description box. So you can just click and go and check their channel out. I will be back on Saturday night with sprints. I think so. I'm pretty sure they're Saturday night. They're scheduled. Do either of you have anything you want to promote before we head off?
There are
My
videos on my channel.
Ooh, what?
I said there are videos on my channel. That's it. That's what I got.
My Women's Prize for Fiction, a shortlist prediction went up the other day, and the winner is announced in about 5 or 6 hours. The shortlist is announced. Sorry, not the winner. And I've got sprints on Friday, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Ooh, nice. You have sprints on Thursday. I do not have. Oh, I may be on your sprints Thursday. I don't know yet. I don't know if I have a sitter yet. But I definitely have sprints Saturday because they're with Crystal, right? I have sprints scheduled for Thursday.
That's like when I accidentally scheduled that one sprint for.
Those are 100% scheduled for the wrong day. Yeah, they're definitely supposed to be Saturday. If I have sprint scheduled for Thursday, there is a problem. I will look into that when I get off this. They're definitely not supposed to be. Okay. Well, now Glenda says they're scheduled for Saturday. So I'll have to look into that. Anyway, moving on. That's
We don't need to
how
talk
we're
about
going to end this, is with the chaos that is potentially me scheduling things wrong. But thank you so much for joining, and I will be seeing everybody really soon. Bye.
Bye.